we often spend a lot of time thinking about what is the best way to welcome someone home in any one of our communities, across BC and Alberta. And part of that is really trying to understand what's important to those specific individuals and specific to them, as well as then to their families. We often find that that you have a client and a customer, because of the children of or the families of may have their own interpretations of certain parts. But what we have found is that oftentimes one of the things that as we age we're fighting is this idea of losing choice. That aging for a lot of individuals becomes just a series of choices that we're losing, or the abilities to make choices that we're losing. And one of those is driving, right? Like, that's such a huge choice. But sometimes what we found is that there's also a lot of anxiety associated with driving that a lot of seniors don't necessarily talk about, right? Like they want to go out, they want to have that independence, but they're really worried about, okay, did I scrape the car well enough? Am I worried about slipping if it's icy? So there's actually a lot of, while they want to have that independence, they're worried, and there is some anxiety that comes with that. And so part of the work that some of our teams have done that I think have been incredible is to work with residents to say, look, you have a choice to bring your car, but we have a bus. Here are the methods of transportation we have that can allow you to get wherever you want, whenever you want, safely, with the right people, and at the choice and times that you would like, including an extra service like an Uber or whatever, so that you can always have that. And surprisingly enough, many residents choose not to bring their cars. They actually, once they've been given the comfort that, hold on, I still have the ability to go where I want, when I want, and now I don't have to worry about the snow removal or the ice or the parking. It actually gives them more comfort. And I think that that's also an interesting thing to think through as well, is that there's a way to make this easier as long as we zero in on the core issue as opposed to the surface one. And sometimes if we try to rush through things, we end up getting there.
Absolutely, and I think that it's really helpful for older adults who want to transition to understand that, let's say that we spend $30,000 on our vehicle every year for gas and insurance and any repairs that you need to do. If you took $10,000, so a third of that money that you spent on your private vehicle, and put it into a bank account, and that's your mobility account, that would, I suspect, enable most, if not all, older adults to satisfy their transportation needs in a safe way, and not have to worry about all the other potential negative outcomes that could be associated with driving.
Yeah, you could actually enable more mobility for less of a price if you actually thought about it that way.
Yeah, absolutely.